I'm engaged. Oh my god, you guys, it finally happened. I am so excited, and you have no idea how much I have been waiting for this bridal era. I am guilty of having been complaining on social media about wanting to get engaged, feeling ready, and it wasn't until like a year and a half ago that it all really hit me, like, I want this in my life. But once I started to realize I was ready and impatient. My boyfriend and I have been together for 5 years, and he finally popped the question this past Sunday, and I wanted to do like a full story little video because obviously I'm able to share little snippets on social media. I primarily make like short form videos, so like 30 seconds to 3 minutes, and so I thought I would do like more of like a little tell-all about what happened, how it went, all the surprises, and also talk about what is to come because girl, we have a wedding to plan. Also, while we talk about this, I'm gonna do my makeup because I actually have a dinner tonight and we gotta get ready. Okay, first off, I have to say this was complete surprise. I had no idea this was coming, and it's actually given me some trust issues because I've always felt like I would be really hard to surprise. Like, I can tell if people are lying, but when I tell you there was not even an ounce of body or bone in this human figure that had any idea that the proposal was happening. Basically, my best friend, my sister, had somehow convinced me that it was not gonna happen anytime soon. I thought if it was gonna happen, it might be like in March because my sister was texting me about like watching her dog in the middle of March. My sister has since confirmed that I'm actually just watching the dog. So on this Sunday morning, I literally woke up. It was a snow day. It was very icy, and I was basically complaining all day about how bored I was. I don't do well with snow days where we like can't go anywhere. And so I was basically vlogging my whole day of like waking up, making people breakfast casserole, and then I was like, oh, I might as well make a baking mix. And so I literally have a whole video, and I posted it too, of me vlogging about my boring snow day. We had some guests at the Fixer Upper. It was Henry's mom and then 2 of our best friends there. And as we always do when we're hosting, we always go for a little snowy walk on our little trail behind our house. And so we'd planned to do one in the afternoon, and basically I'm trying to like rally everybody. I'm like offering hats and gloves, making sure people would come if they're warm, and everybody had some sort of excuse that was very believable, okay? Henry's mom's knee hurt. Our friends Mike and Cindy both had work and they weren't feeling super well, and I know that they work a lot, and so I was like, yeah, totally, that makes complete sense. Okay, so now this is where Henry's convincing got very just like overall well thought out, because since our friends didn't want to go on the walk, I was like, okay, you know what, I guess we'll skip. And so I started saying, well, I'll just do Pilates at home, and if any of you want to join, you can do Pilates with me as well, like just some online thing. And Henry starts being like, no, I really want to go on a walk, it's so pretty, come look at it. And he had gotten this new pair of snowshoes, and so he was like, I want to show you the snowshoes, it's fun. Of course he's like, it's great marathon training, so come do the snowshoes, you'll have a great time. And then he's like, okay fine, you can make content. And he never lets me make content. Like, if we're doing something romantic, he does not want that to be on content. And so I was like, wait, Henry's okay with being on content and I get like some sort of good marathon training, like I am freaking in. And so I go out, I'm like making content about putting on my little snowshoes, and literally I have now the cheesiest video where I'm like 0.5ing like this, and I like boyfriend putting on my snowshoes, and literally he's like, you know, strapping them down, and I'm like going like that. It's kind of hilarious to look at now. And we just make our way up this little trail, and like as we usually do, I'm like trailing behind him because it was a lot of work doing the snowshoeing. He's kind of like, you know, maybe 10 yards ahead of me, and at some point he's like, wait, I want to take a picture of you here, it's so pretty. And when I show you, I'll put some photos overlaid on the video here, but it was freaking gorgeous. And I took this really hilarious photo of like literally twigs with icicles all around them. Like, I was on this walk for like 5 minutes, literally just being like, wow, winter wonderland, it's snowy, it's icy, all of the twigs are encased in ice. And so I'm just cluelessly trailing behind Henry, taking photos of the fucking ground and the trees and like that little twigs. And so we finally get up to like this little clearing area where our trail turns into another trail. He just goes, let me take a picture of you right there. And I'm like, okay, great. I go up, and our dog starts sliding down the hill because, mind you, it's complete ice. She's having like trouble walking through it. And so he had literally been like carrying her most of the way up. He wanted to make sure that she was there. That really mattered to me. So I'm basically like up there, and I'm looking at him ready to, you know, take my freaking photo. He reaches into his pocket. I'm still like, no part of me is thinking about a proposal. I think he's gonna get his phone to take a picture. He gets down on one knee and reveals the ring. And we do have a video that's very private of all of this. I throw the little like ice sticks that I had been walking with down, and I basically basically just screamed with joy, and obviously I said yes, and now I have this ring. But you guys, I literally had no idea. Like, I am so glad we have this private video because I would not have remembered like anything he said. Like, I definitely blacked out, and it was such a beautiful, special moment. My dog was there, it was gorgeous, and I was completely surprised. And it hadn't really hit me yet. Like, I didn't cry when he was down on one knee when he was asking me to marry him. When I started crying, wait, I'll tell you a little bit about that. But so basically we get up, we're gonna start walking down the path because he says, there's some more surprises waiting for you at the house. And so I'm like, okay, so I guess we're going back. So I get my little snowshoe sticks on and I'm like tromping back, and I'm immediately like, did you tell my sister? Is there a photographer? He said, no, there's no photographer, but there's a surprise for you at the house. I was like, did you tell my sister? And he goes, yes, she knows. There's just more surprise. And I'm like, oh my God, there's so much to plan. Like, I'm immediately in planning mode. Like, I am so type A. I love to plan. And one of the things that I'm most excited about with this wedding is all the things I have to plan. Like, I have to do a color-coded binder. There's just so much to do, and it excites me and energizes me. Anyways, so my immediate question was like, did you tell my sister? Did you ask my mom for permission? He says that he did ask my mom for permission. And like, he's not traditional at all. Like, I know he didn't ask my mom because he felt like he needed to. It was more like he knew it mattered a lot to my mom. And even though my mom is not traditional, I think especially as a single mom, like, it really does make a difference for her. It really like matters to her that, you know, he respects her in that way. And so I confirmed that he asked my mom. And then also as we're going down the hill, I'm literally asking him like, wait, did your mom's knee really hurt? Is this person really sick? And all of the little like kind of small, very kind, well-intentioned lies I start asking questions about. And as we're coming down to the bottom of the hill, I finally see on our porch my sister and my best friend there and my best friend's husband. And I just start sobbing, like literally audible, like, and all the waterworks just start. I'm like overwhelmed with emotion, and I'm like, this is really happening. And those are my girls. Like, I have been with them, you know, obviously with my sister too. Like, Avery's more of a recent friend. We've been friends for like 3 years now, but like just the girlies being there, it was just so overwhelming and so exciting. And I'm just like sobbing, and there's champagne. And look, I love Henry. I have a lot of confidence in him about a lot of things, but when it comes to planning, I do not have confidence in him. I feel like I also gave up like any hope of him proposing because I've been bugging him about it for like a good 2 years almost. Anyways, it was perfect. We walked in, our best friends were there. My friends had gotten like a cake that said just engaged. It was beautiful. There was champagne. Immediately I'm like, what the fuck? My nails were like half chipped off. It was like a light blue color, and I'm like sitting there being like, I need my nails. My girls whip out a bunch of like press-on nails, and then Henry pops a bottle of champagne and he reveals so much more to the surprise. He literally says, okay, you guys have 30 minutes and then we're going to this really cute hotel nearby called Ines. And when we go there, we're gonna have a photo shoot with an engagement photographer, and then we're gonna have a dinner, a little private room we got there, and you have some outfits we chose out for you. And Henry had bought me like an outfit from my favorite vintage store in New York City, Amarcord, where I know one of the owners there, and like he knows my measurements. And Henry had gone the week before to like get me a beautiful vintage suit and get me shoes and get me like the bodysuit I was gonna wear under it. Like, he had thought out everything. And I love this boy, but like that's out of what he usually does. Also, as a camera shy boy, I'm like, you hired a photographer? So we go to this like little hotel. It's gorgeous. We get into the room. My sister and my best friend had literally laid out like all these backup dress options. Like, I literally had dresses from Bloomingdale's or Nordstrom's, things from my closet. And bless Henry, he really tried, but what he got me was not really the look that I was going for. So I went with one of the backup options, which it was like a really cute, long, dark brown sweater dress, and that's basically what I went with. And then we did our little engagement shoot. Henry was such a trooper. Wedding photographers are expensive because we got like our photos, and it was $1,000 for 1 hour, which is like a lot of money. And so we were both like, okay, we're gonna get all the photos we need. We have 1 hour. And Henry was a total trooper. He wasn't being like awkward and camera shy. He was like, okay, where do you need me? Here's what I do. I was like, I like this version of you. He was like, don't get used to it. But he was on it for these photos. Okay, then there was like a little bit of a private carriage house. And so we had a champagne toast there with our friends, which was super cute, during which my sister and Avery literally disappeared, and they put some like custom flowers that we were getting into the private dining room where we were gonna have some dinner. And so we finally walk into the restaurant and it was gorgeous. There were these beautiful flower arrangements that I also learned were very overpriced, and I'm actually really excited because we're preserving those flowers with like this company that's local to the upstate area, and they literally specialize in preserving like engagement and wedding flowers. So stay tuned for that. But basically, you guys, it was literally my dream proposal. Like, I've always dreamed of what it was gonna be like, and this exceeded all my expectations. Like, I think I had dreamed of it being in a beautiful area. I wanted cute photos eventually, and we did a little like proposal reenactment. So like, I've seen some questions on TikTok from people who are like, wait, how are you in this outfit when he's proposing and then you're in this outfit when you're coming back to the house? It's because like the proposal was very, very private, and then we came back down, and when we did the photo shoot, that's when we reenacted him like getting on one knee, because I really wanted photos of that. But I feel like he just went above and beyond. Like, if I had just come back from the house, like, I would have been happy if he had just proposed and then we came back to the house and our friends were there. Like, I was already sobbing and like beyond happy, but he went above and beyond. Like, then we got to do things that he knew I really wanted out of a proposal. We went to a beautiful place. We then treated our friends to dinner. We had lots of champagne. We did a photo shoot. And so obviously, as a content creator, I'm very excited about all the content we have. I've had so much fun editing it all and posting it all and coming into the world of bridal TikTok. I've been very, very in love. I mean, I've always been in love, but now I'm like very in love, you know, like you feel it extra. And yeah, we had the most gorgeous dinner, and then we came back to the house, and like the cherry on top of the whole beautiful day was we then were able to house all of our close friends at our fixer-upper. And it was like the first time we've ever had a full house. Like, every single bedroom was packed. The pull-out couch was in use. Someone was sleeping on the couch and everyone was comfy. We had sheets for everybody. We had clean towels for everybody. And I think it was a really romantic way to end the night, like literally just playing board games with our friends, because like we bought this house less than a year ago. It was abandoned. The floors were soaked with like animal pee, and to then be able to build it into like our beautiful family home where he can propose to me, and then like we're able to house all of our friends there. Like, it was such a special ending to the evening. And yeah, so now I'm engaged. This is the ring. I'll show you some more close-ups, but I'm very, very happy with the ring. He did a custom design, obviously with supervision from my sister, in partnership with the jeweler Brilliant Earth. And so it's a lab-grown diamond. I always joke that I get a carat per year. We were together for 5 years. We got pretty close. It's 4.76. Lab-grown diamond, conflict-free. And there's some things that I was surprised by. Like, I thought I was gonna do a platinum ring, and he got a gold ring. I'm glad he did. And I'm obsessed with it. It's taking a lot of getting used to. Like, now I feel like I have to get my nails done, and I feel like I haven't gotten my nails really done unless it was for a photo shoot for like the last 2 years. And so this is gonna be a new habit of mine, because I'm always looking at it and showing it off. Also, the ring is a little top heavy, and so I'm still figuring out like the best ring adjusting situation. I ordered some ring adjusters on Amazon. Do I feel different? I feel very like in love. I've always felt really secure in my relationship with Henry. We've been together for so long. We have a dog together. We own multiple properties together. Like, I've always felt really secure in my relationship, but I think that having a ring on my finger, it just feels like very romantic. Like, it's more emotional just to be like, honestly, I think I'm just more romanced by the fact that he planned the whole day. Like, I'm such a planner, and he hates planning, and I love planning, and now I have so much to plan. So let's talk about what's happening in the future. As of right now, I think we're gonna do like a summer 2026 wedding. My family is mostly in New York. Like, one of my sisters is in college in Ohio. My mom is like traveling the world. I'm in New York City. My middle sister is also now a next door neighbor of mine. So I'm like New York City born and bred. Henry has family also on the East Coast, and then he has family in Europe, and all his childhood friends are in Europe. I personally think it makes the most sense to host something in New York City, because I feel like everyone who's kind of around the area would be excited about coming to New York. I don't want a destination wedding, because I don't want people to have to like spend that much. And also, we have so many destination weddings that we're attending in the next year. I kind of want to do something for us like at home, and I love being home. Like, I love the city. I love everything about it. I want my dog to be there. I also think I need more than a year to plan, and so summer 2026 like is not that far away. It's like about a year away, and I want to like really enjoy my bridal era. As a content creator, I want to like build out the brand partnerships. I love what I do on the content creation side, and so I'm gonna call in every favor I possibly can on this. Nothing is set in stone yet, but my mom is gonna be visiting New York City this summer, and I told her that we would wait to do like the bridal dress shopping and also looking at some of the venues when my mom is here, because I'm the firstborn, and my mom had me really young, and she also knows I grew up like watching watching rom-coms and stuff. Like 27 Dresses was one of my favorite movies. And I know my mom wants to be here for it as well. And so I think that's when we're gonna really kick off all of the planning and like looking at things, looking at dresses and venues is when my mom is here in June. June or July, basically. I'm absolutely already overwhelming Henry with all the things I want to plan and the content I want to make, but he loves me unconditionally. He knows what he bought into, okay? And yeah, so I'm very, very excited. I'm very happy. It's been such an amazing week. I got proposed to on Sunday, and then my sister, little sister, who I didn't talk to for a long time, we are reconnected, and she got an apartment literally like across the street from me, and so we're neighbors, which is so fun. I've been seeing her like 2 to 3 times a day. I'm just so excited for what's to come, and now I have a ring!